Frankenstein adaptation. The three adaptations I picked are The Monster, Frankenweenie, Frankenstein 2011 play. The Monster. This is a show about the Munster family. It was filmed around the 1960s. The show lasted only for 2 seasons. Herman Munster plays as Frankenstein. This family mixed with different types of monsters. As you can see in the corner of the screen, you can see the family of the Munster family. You see the grandpa as the Dracula, Frankenstein, the wife as the vampire, and their son as a werewolf. The Monster compare and contrast. The show was taking place in England. The characters were very different from the ordinary Frankenstein story. In the show, it has no character names that appear in the original story. The original story and the show have different events. This show was for entertainment and comedy. The original story of Frankenstein was intense and the event were based on the monster. The show was unrealistic, it is humorous, it is very formal. The monster is tall, ugly, weird-shaped head, and well-dressed. He is very kind, happy, and loving. In the picture, you can see him as the show describes him. Weird-shaped head, well-dressed, tall and ugly. But in the show, he is very kind and happy and loving. The ordinary story to this show are very different in many ways. In the media, it showed that parents liked the show. They found it funny and humorous. As you can see, adult good for older kids and adult, but they prefer children not to watch it because they find it creepy. And here is a little video of the monster. Adaptation is Frankenweenie. This is a movie about a boy and his dog. The boy name is Victor Frankenstein. The dog name is Sparky. When a car hits young Victor pet dog Sparky, Victor decides to bring him back to life the only way he knows how. But when the bull-necked monster wreaks havoc and terror in the heart of Victor's neighbors, he has to convince them that Sparky's still the good loyal friend he was. Frankenweenie compare and contrast. It was taking place in New Holland. They are characters in the movie that have different names and act different from the story. Victor Frankenstein and the monster is included in the movie, the rest are not. Both of the events are very different from the original story. It is unrealistic, it's humorous, it's cartoon and made for kids. The monster is a dog, it has stitches, small, and he's a weird looking dog. He is very kind and loving to his owner. This movie was meant for children. It was mostly different from the original story. In the media, parents said that movie looked violent and scary for children. The kids also found it scary. As you can see here, the parents say that it's weird, a little creepy but good, amazing but too violent for very young viewers. Kids also found it scary. They didn't really like the movie. And there's in the picture there's the dog and Victor. See Victor in the photo is a child. In the original book, he's not. And that's the dog. But Frankenstein is represented as a dog in this movie. Here's a short clip of the Frankenweenie.
Sparky is a great dog, a great friend.
The best dog a kid could have.
When you lose someone you love, they never really leave you. He'll always be in your heart.
I don't want him in my heart. I want him here with me.
The nervous system is just wires and cables. Even after death, the muscles respond to electricity.
Sorry, boy.
Sparky! I can't believe it!
I can fix that.
I know.
Know what?
Your dog is alive!
You can't tell anyone. Promise?
Promise.
Victor brought an animal back to life.
With lightning and boom and something big is gonna happen.
Who's responsible for this?
I just wanted my dog back.
We can do better. Bigger.
Rise, Colossus, from your tomb!
Cool.
Victor, let's go! Hang on!
Mr. Whiskers is trying to tell us something.
Did you get that out of the litter box? Oh my.
I need your help.
I asked him first.
My problem bigger.
Yeah, he's right.
Next one is Frankenstein 2011 play. Frankenstein play is a stage adaptation to Mary Shelley's 1818 novel Frankenstein. The world premiere of the play took place on stage at the Royal National Theatre. The day this play debuted was on February 5th, 2011, but officially opened up on February 22nd. The production was directed by Danny Boyle, and cast members included Benedict Cumberbatch and Johnny Lee Miller, with these two lead actors switching roles as Frankenstein. Compare and contrast. The play premiered in London, England, on a stage instead of in Switzerland. The version is more realistic because it is told up close and you can see what is happening in person. In the play, the story is told from the creator's perspective and not Victor Frankenstein, because it gives more insight on the creature's life. The story tells Victor Frankenstein's backstory, while the play opens up directly from the creature's birth. In the play, Frankenstein is not green or anything like in a novel. He's actually mostly human, but has a scar on his face. In the play, the creature kills De Lacy's family for their denial of him. In the story, he does not. The creature doesn't leave for Geneva until a full year after his birth, not 4 months. The character of Justine William Nurse is cut, and the murder of William is never solved. In the play, the creature raped Elizabeth before actually killing her.
The National Theatre of Great Britain presents the smash hit Frankenstein, directed by Danny Boyle. I can create people. Playing in cinemas worldwide for a limited season from June.
You make sport with my life in the cause of science.
Benedict Cumberbatch and Johnny Lee Miller alternate roles in this electrifying stage production.
This is your universe, Frankenstein.
To find venues and book tickets, visit ntlive.com.